All right, so you guys want sports betting units? We're gonna get into that today because a lot of people don't. A lot of most majority of people don't know what a unit is in sports betting. So a unit in sports betting is a measure used to standardize betting performance without showing the actual dollar amount. So in sports betting, we don't say, "Oh, I won $50. I won $100." These sports bettors, professional sports bettors, in this industry, they say, "Oh, I won 2 units. I bet 2 units, or I bet." Instead of saying I bet $50, or I won $50, I won 2 units. I place a wager of 2 units. I put 3 units down. All right. So it's just a measure used to standardize betting performance without actual or showing the actual dollar amount. Because you don't really want to know how much people you putting up. You just want to say how many units you. So they use the word units. For one person, a typical bet might be 20 bucks. So 1 unit would be $20, $20. So it's really just whatever you bet the most. That's for some people. For someone else, 200 might be a typical bet, which might be 1 unit for them. All right. So it's kind of like typical bet. That's what a unit is, a typical bet. Just a typical bet. Nothing special, just typical. All right. Typical, something in common, usual, or expected. It could also mean something that has the same characteristic as others in groups. Typical. All right. Average, typical. Average, typical guy. Typical. All right. Which might be 1 unit for them. For ROI perspective, it's much more impressive to win $150 betting $10 per game than to win 150 betting $100 per game over the same number of games. So if yeah, if someone wins 150 betting $10 game, obviously you have to divide that up. 150 divided by 10 games, so it's $15 a game, and they won 150. And they say if they won 150 and they divide that by 100. Let me see if I got that right. It's more impressive to win 150 betting $10 per game than to win 150 betting $100 per game under the same number of games. So if I bet 5 games and I won 150, if I bet 5 games and I won, so 150 divided by 5, $30. Okay. And then say if I bet, all right, so 150, you won 150 $100 a game. That's the person's winning $1 per game, $2 per game. All right, you win 150 betting $10 per game. So every game taking 15 games to bet to make 150, and then this person betting $100 per game, and they bet 150. That's not really that impressive. All right, because that means that losing and winning and losing and winning. So the typical thing you should do is break it down into units, and obviously they're basically saying the return on investment perspective. You should bet longer term instead of betting instead of wagering a lot of money on one wager. You should break it down into smaller wagers. All right. So that is what a unit is. We're going to type unit, and actually what the word is. A unit is an individual thing or a person regarded as single and complete, but which can also form an individual component of a larger, more complex whole. So in total, you want to know how much units you made a month. You add those up. You add those up each day, how many units you made. and how many new units you lost. If you lost 2 units, record you lost 2 units. If you lost 1 unit, then record you lost 1 unit. If you won 3 units, record you won 3 units. But you got to know what your unit is. All right, you got to know what your unit is. How do you find your unit? I'm actually going to show you in the next video how to find a unit. I'm not going to put that all in one video. I want to make this short. So a unit is just a component, and 1% unit is 1% of your bankroll. I'm gonna tell you to make more videos about bankroll and what a unit and how to find a unit, right?